Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. This is going to be a really quick one. Just showing off some custom sculpting tools I've made from bits and bobs and little guides and that I found online that I think will be helpful to a lot of people. And that I think they're really cheap to make, and you should just check them out and make them yourself. It's pretty handy stuff you might find lying around. So this is all just, you know, handles from old brushes or anything you can really get, any bit of wood or any bit of metal really. Some are a lot of really simple as well. So this is obviously the top of this is a protector, a bit of plastic that would go around a paintbrush, and I've just stuck it into an old paintbrush. So I have a little tool that will easily make little circles for me, if you see the top there. So it's really handy because they would be a very little hard thing to sculpt yourself, I think. This one is something similar to the crafting troll did little tools like this recently enough, and I think there have been a few other people going around YouTube. They got kind of inspired by Trent over at Miscast Terrain, that he made his own sculpting tools, and they're so simple to do and they've such great results. Now these ones I actually haven't tried this one, but I can imagine that would turn out well, as well as this. These are all little baubles that kept falling off a Christmas ornament, so I robbed some of them and just stuck them on some green stuff. So now it's great for making little textures that turn out something like, see this on the head here, it'd be great for things like Nurgle and that. So on this bit here and just on his tail as well. It's really quick and easy and adds some texture to a flat surface, which is really handy and cool. Now this one I found online, super simple. I don't know why I never thought of it. It's just a needle tool. So it's a decent, I'll just zoom out there, normal length handle, so you can have some nice control over it, or you can get in very close. It's just a sewing needle, and you can buy these in a cheap shop or something like this, like pound shop or something, and you'd have tons, and you can, just for getting in really small detail. I think that's the tool that really sparked me off with sculpting again. This one I haven't tried either. This is just a fluff like this, or the scrubber stuff from dish cleaner, getting that texture and putting it into some green stuff. Now this is more of an experiment because I had some green stuff left over. It's actually green stuff and epoxy sculpt, and I just put it together to see what would happen really. So that'll be interesting to see how that works. But it just shows to experiment with your own bits and bobs of what you think you might like on your miniatures. So this is actually a smaller, I think this is for an applicator for a super glue tube, and I thought it was really thin. I use these for like eyes and stuff like that, along with this one. Well, you see this one's bigger again. So little bits of plastic like that, and you pop it in, you have your eye, and then you can kind of sculpt around that, give it eyelids and that kind of thing. This one as well I think would be really cool. Same thing again, green stuff and epoxy sculpt. Loads of, you can imagine the nice texture coming out of that when you're pushing it into some clay or something, And I have this bit so I can kind of roll it as well. That's more of like a stamp. And this is from just the opposite. It was really just these little beads that I had that I keep using them for eyes, and I said I'd pop them all on this and see what kind of texture it comes up with. And it kind of comes up like these bigger indents here. These bigger indents, and then the smaller ones are done with this, if it's going to focus for me. Yeah, so it just makes textures like this so much faster to do, and they're quite organic because they're still kind of random. And then to finish up, this is just a load of bits of wire sticking out of a brush, and I use this for adding like scratches and cross hatches and maybe some wrinkles, or just basic scratches. I use it on some of the squigs and that kind of thing, just so any kind of really smooth area isn't fully smooth, and without having to do like go in and make each little single scale and bits and bobs like that. But guys, I would say if you haven't had a go at it, make some simple sculpting tools and make a creature and cover them with some texture, and you'd be surprised how they might turn out. Cheers, I'll catch you next one. Good luck.